These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Craig McKay with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. We want to remind you on this Weather Action Day that some of your favorite trailheads are closed from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. This comes as we wait for an update now on a hiker who was rushed to the hospital in critical condition on Tuesday. Phoenix firefighters rescued the man from Camelback Mountain's Cholla Trail after he collapsed with heat-related symptoms. Now, this happened right around 11 a.m. with an extreme heat warning in place. So the trail was closed for over 2 hours before the rescue even took place. And this is just one rescue out of several that we've seen this year so far. We reached out to the city to learn more about park and trail closures. They say safety is their top priority for everyone. That means residents, visitors, and first responders alike. And you can be cited for hiking a restricted trail. However, the city has not issued a single citation since trail closures started back in 2021. Instead, they are relying on the signs and an education-first approach to try to encourage safety on our area trails. The city of Phoenix wants people to know, of course, the last thing they want is for anyone to hesitate calling 911 during an emergency if you do attempt to hike during the restricted times. The sounds of protest there could be heard once again at Sky Harbor this afternoon. The reason airport catering workers are saying that they're working right now without proper AC in their trucks, that they actually drive out on the hot tarmac. Working in the heat, no easy task, of course. Imagine doing so while driving your car without AC. Well, that is the reality for these Sky Chef workers. They say that they're facing on every day, really, when they're at work. And one demonstrator told ABC15 it's really been an issue for years.
The heat is very hot and it's like really suffering, and all the time the people, they come and they quit because of the heat. You know, people, they have a family, they have kids, they're trying to help them, but because of the heat, people, they quit, and that has been very horrible time.
Phoenix Councilwoman Betty Guadardo was out there in support. She told ABC15 we should expect to see the heat safety ordinance head back to a vote with the hope of adding more language to strengthen enforcement. She adds Sky Chef also says that they have plans to replace all of their old trucks. We're following up tonight on that deadly Goodyear cycling crash back in 2023. The driver involved was in court this morning and accepted a plea deal. Pedro Quintana Lujan pleaded guilty to 12 misdemeanors for causing death and or injury by a moving violation. The incident saw 2 cyclists killed and at least a dozen others injured along Cotton Lane Bridge. We previously covered the outrage from victims and their loved ones after the county attorney's office declined to pursue felony charges, citing a lack of evidence.
There's a certain part of finality that this is coming to its conclusion. I know several of the victims they just want it to be over. I mean, it's been a long and arduous road for them, especially those that lost loved ones.
Quintana Lujan declined to comment as we caught up to him after the hearing. He is facing 6 months to a year in jail on top of probation, a suspended license, and more. Sentencing is scheduled for early September. Last year, she collected hundreds of pairs of donated shoes for the homeless. Now, One Valley 11-year-old has her sights set on a new mountain to climb in her mission to uplift Arizona. Mara Northey is once again stepping up to support people experiencing homelessness, this time by climbing. She's hosting Climb for a Cause at Gecko Climbing Gym to raise money for Trevor's Vision. The nonprofit provides showers, laundry, meals, and clean clothes to people experiencing homelessness. And for Robert Lewis, hope when he needed it most. Once living the streets, Robert now has a job, a home, and a family.
Issues like homelessness and stuff like that, it's not going to go away. Like I said, this young lady is the future. We really need like a future generation that genuinely cares about other people.
The event takes place September 13th at Gecko Climbing Gym in Phoenix. We put a full link to purchase tickets to the event on our website. All proceeds, by the way, go directly to Trevor's Vision.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and we are still baking in this extreme heat warning. It goes until 8 p.m. Friday here in the valley and until 7 p.m. Friday up for the lower elevations of the Grand Canyon. Extreme heat keeping temperatures well above average. Tomorrow, though, it doesn't look like we'll touch that record of 116. The forecast taking us up to 113, which is still scorching, but several degrees lower than where we ended up today. The morning low, 93 degrees, means it's going to be hot right from the wake up, and triple-digit temperatures will impact us from lunchtime all the way until the late night forecast tomorrow. There will be a slight chance of a few isolated showers across eastern Arizona, but it is slight. The rest of the state stays dry as we really stay starved for monsoon moisture here in the valley. There is a slight chance we could see an isolated storm or two Saturday or Sunday, but those are the only storm chances we have right now in your 7-day forecast. It remains hot and mostly dry for the next 7 days.